Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Good day everybody. We meet again in this show where we talk about matters relating to health because health matters. Welcome back. Today we're going to demonstrate some exercises to you. Simple exercise yet very effective. You would want to do them. You may want to look at them again and again. You may want to try them and feel for yourself the difference that it makes. For a start, what I'd like to talk about here is the everyday activities that we do. Like the one I'm doing right now, sitting. Now we sit quite a lot in our daily activities. Most of us, not all of us though, we sit while watching movies. We'll sit while we are having our dinner. We sit while we are meeting friends. And how are we sitting? We must be aware of our sitting posture. Now there's some of us, we start sitting like this, but eventually we end up sitting like this. We are slouching in our chairs. Now that gives a strain on our back. Now this is going to cause some weakness in the spine. What we should be doing is, we should be using the whole length of the chair, sit right in and sit upright. And from time to time, we just have to move away from the backrest. Once we start using the backrest, then the body just starts slouching. So you must make sure that we don't always use the backrest. We should be sitting away from the backrest. Now that's one. Two, the choice of chair that we use, the seat that we have, we must make sure that the hips are slightly higher than the knees. You don't want to sit like this, where the knees are higher than the hips. The hips should be higher than the knees. Now that's because the more we bend up here, the more our spine is going to bend backwards. So we want to maintain an upright posture. So we want to sit. If necessary, we may want to have a cushion under our chair so that the hips are higher than the knee. For me, this is an ideal seat. I have the knees slightly lower than my hips and I should be sitting upright. I shouldn't be sitting slouched, and of course what we definitely don't want is this. Most of us watch TV like this. Now that's something that we don't want. This is going to strain on our back and it's also going to strain on my neck. Now this is what I don't want. Now for some of us who are working long hours on the seat, you may be working in the office, you may want to do some break-ins. We call it some break-ins. You want to break the pattern of sitting for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, maybe more. So the kind of break-ins that we can have where we are still seated in our workstation, but yet we can have some exercises, some activity. While sitting, we would want to do this with our feet. We lift our heels, we lift our toes, we lift our heels, we lift our toes. Right? Now we can just stretch the feet a little bit to the front and do this pumping exercise. Now what are we doing here? The calf muscles, the gastrocnemius and the soleus, now they are pumping. As they pump, what happens? The blood that was not moving now gets moved up to the heart. So we are sending blood back to the heart. So this will be a good exercise to improve circulation, or rather to maintain circulation. Because when you're sitting in this position where the knee is bent at 90 degrees, the hip is bent at 90 degrees, the return, the venous return is somewhat interfered. It's not as what it should be. It's just like a pipe that is bent. So the flow, blood, the back flow back to the heart is kind of slowed down. And that's why you find a lot of people, they complain of swelling in the feet after long hours of flight. Now that's what we don't want. So this is one of the exercises you can do. Now the other thing you can do is will be good for your knees and for your quadriceps muscle would be just straightening up your knees. You lift up your foot, make sure the knee is really straight. You could do it on a single leg, or you could hold on to your armrest, lean back and do it with both legs. Now every exercise that you do, you must have a count. Now how many repetitions are you doing? How many times you are doing? Now each set of exercise you can do in 10 counts. So that means that's one set of 10 repetitions. You may want to do it in sets, 2 sets or 3 sets, so that you have a count, you know how much you are doing. In case you want to progress on those exercises, you will know how to progress. But if you just do it at randomly and you don't have a count of what you are doing and you don't keep count, then you may not know how you would want to progress on it. Now that's one of the exercise. Now another exercise that you may want to consider The women folk may want to consider this because they have always this question up on their mind, how do I reduce my tummy? They always want to do this. Now these exercises are so simple, you don't have to strain yourself so much, you just need to know how to do it correctly. One of the ways of doing this exercise is simply, while you're seated again on the chair, just hold on to the armrest, move back from the backrest and just lift up the knees a little. You're not touching the ground, and now your muscles are working. Now the muscles that are primarily working here are the hip flexors, and your abdominals are working statically. This is not the best exercise for your abdomen. We'll show you later what's the best exercise for your abdomen, but this is something you can do. Now if you want to improve the intensity here, you want to make it more strenuous, just straighten up your legs and then you lift. And you feel all these muscles working here. You feel that muscle work, and as the muscle works, you know exactly which muscle is working. Now this is pertaining to strengthening exercises. Now you can also use this chair to strengthen up your arms. You just require to have your arms here, and you just need to push yourself up. And this is what you do, push yourself up. And do it in sets. That's 3, that's 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ladies would want to do this because when they wave goodbye, they want to wave from here, not from here. So you have a lot of sagging flesh here. Now this exercise is going to tone up your triceps. So it'll give you a good look at your arms. So when you're standing and you're wearing sleeves, we are wearing sleeves which are something like this, it gives you a good look. So it's not so flabby. So this will be a good exercise to train your triceps muscle. Also, it's good when you push yourself out of the chair. You've got a good power. You get good power to push. So that is your pushing power, where your shoulder muscles and your triceps are working as you push yourself up. So you do it again in sets of 10. 3 sets would be beautiful, and you get lovely arms. So these are some of the exercises you may want to do to strengthen some of the muscles in your body. Now let me bring to improving flexibility while we are seated. How to improve flexibility? Now if you want to improve flexibility, we are going to concentrate mainly on the trunk muscles. Now these are some of the exercises. You may just want to lean down and feel a good stretch here. Go as low as you can. You can have your hand on the floor if you want. You want to improve the stretch, get your arm over and sustain. You want to sustain the stretch for 30 seconds. So count 30 very slowly, or you can do 3 Mool Mantar jab. Each Mool Mantar jab will take you 10 seconds. If you were to do it slowly, 3 jabs will give you 30 seconds. And down and up, and you can repeat again on the other side. Do the same for the other side, and this is going to stretch the muscles that are on the side. Remember, it's a count of 30, a slow count of 30. We want 30 seconds. Don't count too fast. That may become 20 or 18 seconds. We want 30 seconds. Time yourself. See how you count, so that you count at such a pace where you get 30 seconds. Now to stretch the back of your muscles, the muscles at the back, you just space out your knees and just lean forward and try to reach between the knees and go as slow as you can. And again hold it for 30 seconds. And I'm not doing 30 seconds because we don't have enough of air time, but you are going to do 30 seconds. Now if you want more stretch, you'll move to the front of the edge of the chair, and you're going to lean all the way down and just stay there, and you feel the stretch at the back of your buttocks and in the low back, and you just hold it for 30 seconds and you are up. We are still at the trunk muscles. You want to mobilize the spine, you want to stretch these muscles. You're going to move as far as you can, hold the armrest. If you can do better, hold the backrest and stay there. Now you can include turning your head in the opposite direction, whereby you look to the front but your body is turning to the back. You're working the trunk and you're also working the neck. So you work 2 areas at the same time. 30 seconds hold and you are back. And you do the same on this side. Normally you should be able to hold the backrest. Now you must have noticed that my knees don't follow. The knees are supposed to be staying where they are. If the knees follow, then it's no more trunk movement. The trunk movement is very... We want to keep this here. You can go as far as you can, and this is what you should be able to do. But you'll find that some people may not be able to do that. They may be here, they may be here, but keep doing it. Eventually you're going to get better. Your flexibility improves. As your flexibility improves, your range of motion improves. As your range of motion improves, your joints are going to work optimally. As it works optimally, your function improves. And that's a bet. Right? Now we're going to work to stretch the muscles which are at the back of your thigh, which normal the cause of most back pain, because this muscle is tight. You're just required to keep this leg straight. Now this knee is bent, this knee is straight, and you're sitting at the edge of the chair, and you're just going to try to reach your foot and hold it there for, yep, you guessed it right, 30 seconds. Now if you can do better than that, you should be able to go lower. There you are, stretching your hamstring muscle for a count of 30, a slow count of 30, which will give you 30 seconds. Do it on both sides, and you'll definitely be relieved of the stress at the back of your thighs, and it will somewhat help your backache, if you have backache. And there you go. Simple exercise which took me about 3 minutes, which you can do daily at your workstation, even at your home while you're watching your news on TV or your favorite sports channel. You keep doing some exercises. Keep yourself active at all times. So these are some of the exercises that we can do while we are seated. Now I'm going to be showing you some exercise that you need to do if you have problems with your knees, or even if you don't have problem with your knees, you would want to do it. Why? You want to maintain the power and the strength here. In this exercise, we are required to sit and stand repeatedly, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit too much inside, no, I'm too much at the edge. I stand here, sit here in my chair, and I don't use the armrest. Now people who have weakness in their limbs, they always get off the chair like this. Why? They don't have enough power to do this. Be able to do stand without using the armrest, and that's exactly how we're going to train it, because one of the principles of exercise is the principles of specificity. We want to be specific. If this is what we want to improve, then that becomes our exercise, and this is how it goes. 1, right? No holds, no hands, so you could just have your hands up on your shoulders. There you are. Make sure you stand up all the way up straight. Don't do halfways. All the way up straight. Your knees are straight. Again, you do in a count of 10. That'll be 1 set. And if you do it 3 times, there'll be 3 sets. 3 sets of 30. And you've just given some good exercise to your knees, the muscles that are controlling this joint, the knee joint. Now for any reason you have some pain in your knee joints, now this is what you can do. I'm going to show it to you over my clothes, but you may want to do it on your skin. Apply some ointment, some cream, or some balm on your thumb and on your fingers. Hold it this way, and you want to rub from right up here right down to your knees. Right? Now good time to do this while you're taking a bath. You want to work on this area. The group of muscles is on the inside of the knee, and the group of muscles is on the outside of the knee. You've got soap on your hands, you've got soap on your body, it'll be a good medium to do some massage. You can do these rubs, 10 rubs. You can do 2 sets, 20 rubs. There'll be 1, 22, there'll be 3, there'll be 4. But what I would recommend is, Ek Onkar, Satnam, Karta Purkh, Nirpau, Nirvair, Akal Murth, Arjuni, Sebhang, Gur Prasad, Vaheguru, and I get my 10 rubs. And I get 1 more mantra jap. I'm going to do it twice. I get 2 jobs. At the same time, I'm working on my body. Simple activity, a simple light massage, which will send some good energy to the knee and just invigorate the knee and prepare it for further activities. Now, these are some of the things that we can do while we're sitting on our chair. Now we're going to move to doing some activities what we can do while we are standing. Again, it's at our workstation, it could be in the house, and remember, this is not an aerobic activity. These are strength training exercises which will improve muscle power, and I'm also going to show you how to improve balance. Now we're going to do some exercises in standing. We want to bend the knee at 90 degrees. You want to hold the chair in case you fall. We're just going to push backwards. The muscle that you're working is up here at the buttocks. Now this is a muscle that's being worked. Remember, we're just pushing backwards, and you get this muscle right here working. I'm not moving my knee, I'm just pushing my whole leg backwards. This is the muscle that I want to feel working. I want to put my hand here and feel that muscle working. Yes, I can feel that muscle working. Again, in sets of 10, 2 or 3 sets, and I've got good firm buttocks. And I do the same on the other side of the leg. Now again, coming back to those who have got weak knees, now we did the sit to stand from the chair. Now as we progress into the exercise, we do not want to use the chair anymore because we want to squat lower than the chair. So we're going to be doing this. We go lower and we move up. We go down. See, I'm going lower than the chair. And I can get lower, hold it there, come up slowly. The secret of this exercise is the slower you do, the more work the muscle is doing. Now if you're going to do something like this, it's working less. But when you go down slowly, eccentric work, and that's concentric work of the muscles. A muscle needs both eccentric and concentric work. What you need to be cautious about is make sure the knee and the toes are pointing in the same direction. Do the exercises like this. You strain your knee. You would want to have it in the direction. The toes should be pointing in the direction of the knees. Right? And you just do this and slowly up. Go, the more work the muscle does. Now, these are some of the exercises you can do while you're in standing. Now we're going to show you some exercises that you can do to improve your abdominal strength and to improve the strength of the back muscle. You can prevent backache, reduce the pain in the back. So these exercises will be done while we are lying down to improve your abdominals. Ladies, you are interested in doing this, I'm going to show you to you how. You're just going to lie down. You're going to have the hands right in front. You're just going to come up. That's all. That's all we need. We do not need to go any beyond that because this is the abdominal work. And make sure the chin is in and we are lifting up with our body and not with our heads. We don't want this. We want the body to come up. Now we've got 3 muscle groups that we're going to look here. We've got the rectus abdominis here. We've got the abdominals, the abdominal obliques coming on both sides. Now we want to work this as well. Most people just concentrate working in the midline, but they miss out on this. But when we work on the obliques, the midline is working as well. So it'd be a good idea to just work on the obliques. When we work on the obliques, the rectus is working on its own and you get a full workout of the abdominals. I'm going to lie down, I'm going to show you what you're going to do. You're just going to work on the obliques. Forget about the midline, it's working already. Now this is how we do about it. This is how we go about it. Right hand to the left knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do that 10 times. And the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there'll be another 10 on this side. 10 on each side. That'll be 1 set. What is recommended? 2, 3, you can go up to 4 sets. That'll be 4. After each 10 on each side, you rest. Your rest would be about 10 seconds, rest for a short period of time. The second set, be happy and free to go for the 5th or 6th. If you think you can do it, why not? Right? Now how we're going to build up these muscles here at the back? We just have to change our position. We lie facing down. And here you are. You have your hands by the side. and you lift up your back. Again, you're going to be doing 10 repetitions, one set, and you can work on 2, 3 or 4 sets each time you do it. Now to further enhance this muscle here, to further strengthen it, we can combine this by lifting up our legs, the thighs are off the floor, and then I do this. And I have my hands in front at the end of my exercises, and I just go up on my elbows. This is going to stretch the front of my body. And if I want to get a better stretch, I have my palms down and I push my body up. This is also known as the cobra position of the yoga. And if you want to do anything more than that, I just look up to the ceiling. And I hold it for 30 seconds. And I'm down. Now these are the muscles that you would want to strengthen if you've got backache. If you don't have backache, you can still do these exercises. It will prevent backache. It's going to keep your muscles firm and strong. So we've worked on the abdominals and we've worked on the back. Now I'm going to show you some stretching exercises which I would advocate you do it every day, at least twice a day, if not 5 times a day. Now you can do it before you go to bed, and you could do it just as you get out of bed, just as you wake up in the morning. 2 simple stretches which will help relieve back pain. Right? Now you start off by being in this position. I'm going to have to remove my shoes. It's pretty much similar to what you would see. You're sitting in the easy lotus position. You don't want to have your foot in here. It's just right in front of the other leg. One leg in front of the other. Now if the right leg is in front, now I'm going to be working on the right side of my gluteus medius, and the lower back is going to be working as well. I have my hands placed right here, and I slide all the way down, and I go as down as I can. I should be able to touch my forehead below. 30 seconds hold, and I'm up. Some of you may just be ending up here. Some of you will be ending. Keep doing it day by day, week by week. You're going to be gaining flexibility. As you gain flexibility, go further. You've done the right side, then you just change, have the left foot in front, and you would repeat with the left. And you're just going to go down, and you're going to stretch the left side of your buttocks. Hold for 30 seconds, and you're up. Now I would recommend that you do this twice. Do my right, I do my left, I come back to my right, and then I come back to my left. Now once I'm done with this, I just straighten up this leg. I have this foot under this knee. That keeps my knee slightly bent. I'm just going to turn it here so that you'll be able to see. And I just want to hold my foot. And I'm going to hold it there for 30 seconds. You should be able to bring your chin to touch your knee. But if you can't, it doesn't matter. You're just going to hold it here. Some of you may just be reaching here. It's okay. Keep doing it. You will find yourself eventually being able to hold your foot. You should be able to hold your foot. At least. That's the least. Of course, the best would be to be able to kiss your knee. Now, 30 seconds hold on this side. Come back on the other leg. Do the same. And I'm going to hold my foot and hold that for 30 seconds. Some of you may be able to go low. Some of you may be able to get close. This would be your early stage. As you get better, as you're progressing, you have this foot coming up on this knee. Now it's really straight, and you get a better stretch, and you should be able to do this. So for a start, you're going to be starting with this. As you progress over the weeks and months, you get better, you may want to try doing this. And eventually moving lower, and you get a very of your hamstring muscle as well as the lower back muscles. Again, you want to do the right, move to the left, come back to the right, and finish up with the left again. And you get these 2 good stretches every morning and every night before you go to bed, and you feel very released and very relieved and good from your trunk. And you'll walk well, you sit well, and you'll sleep well. Well friends, this is all the time that we have today for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed these sessions with us, and I truly hope that you will follow up these exercises and do what we have discussed, because that's what the Guru wants us to do, and that's the healthy way of life. Healthy living to all of you. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.